Cloud is extremely transformational, but at the same time, it can introduce a bit of new risk. If you look at any IT breakthrough technology in the past, whether it's moving from sort of the mainframe environment to a more client-server or PC model, or whether or not it's companies opening up their networks to the internet, or even IT outsourcing. Any other model that sort of changed the way that they do business and they employ IT resources has introduced a little bit of uncertainty and in some cases a little bit of risk in the process. But as a security community, we've stepped up to the plate. All of those other transformations in the past, we've actually been able to overlay security so that the company can actually move forward and interact with those new models in a safe manner. Cloud's no different. And in fact, cloud is actually really good because we're talking about security first and foremost. The difference between cloud computing and traditional IT infrastructure, traditional IT security, is that cloud computing is just very transformational. It definitely changes the paradigm. We're thinking about security from day one. We're not bolting it on after the fact, like we've done with some of those other transitions, where we've taken our current operations and layered on more and more technology at the network or server or data level. The cloud provider has to think about security, customers of the cloud are thinking about security, and therefore we're starting to build it in from scratch, which ultimately can allow us with more secure policies around cloud, more hardened environment, and just going above and beyond what we've been able to do in the past with traditional IT. For anyone looking to move to the cloud, IBM's developed a nice, easy model to help customers move towards their cloud initiatives. So we follow this three-step process of design, deploy, and consume. So the first step is design, where customers are thinking strategically about how they want to get to the cloud or how they want to build a cloud infrastructure. And in that case, we're really wrapping security into that design phase, helping them build out secure networks, secure storage, secure servers that are part of that base cloud infrastructure. And if they're a cloud consumer thinking about the design stage, they're actually looking at how can I think about the risks of the workloads I'm moving to the cloud? And so we help them through that process. Then in the deploy phase, customers are taking IT infrastructure and virtual machines and data and pushing that out to the cloud. And in that case, we're also thinking about security in that phase. How do we implement security inside of them? Or how do we encrypt our data so that multiple tenants of that cloud cannot see the data and it becomes inherently isolated? And in that regard, it's really about, don't forget about the basics, right? You need to understand if you're moving to the cloud that anything you have control over as a cloud consumer, you need to apply security and wrap it around as well. And in that third stage, we have the consume stage. So that's when clients are really interacting with the cloud. They're administering it. They're pushing data to and from. And we're thinking about security in that phase as well. We're encrypting data to and from the cloud. We're allowing them to manage security policies on top of the infrastructure, and we're helping them, again, think strategically about the workloads and how to wrap it around in a clear and concise manner. Whether it's public, private, or hybrid clouds, security stays the same. Security is always about confidentiality, integrity, and availability. If done properly, security won't be an inhibitor to the cloud. It'll be a reason that people move to a cloud.